Good morning, beautiful people. How is it going? Happy Saturday to you guys. Good morning, B. How's it going?
Good morning. Going good. How you doing, Mo?
I'm doing good. Like you just rolled out.
Hmm?
Did you just roll out the bed?
I wouldn't say just roll down, but been getting a good nap in. How about
Getting a
you?
good nap. Good,
Yeah.
good. All good. Yeah,
You
all
got up at
good.
like 4 a.m., 4 a.m. and ate a little bit something because we're fasting, so we ate a little bit and before the sun came up, prayed, and I went back to sleep. Went back to sleep for a little
Okay,
bit, but I feel so
okay.
rested. Feel so rested. So, how
Good.
about you? You feel rested?
Yeah, I'm
How the
good.
brat baby?
I'm good. They're good. They're
Good.
good. They've been really good. We had some really good times. Good time last night. Popped some of that
Good.
popcorn in my new popcorn maker and got one of those old fashioned popcorn makers, y'all. The popcorn's so good. Oh my gosh.
You've been wanting one of those
So
for.
yeah, I have. Yep, I have. So I got it. But anyway, let's jump right into it. Good morning, people. If you're out
Do
there,
it.
say hello to us. Brandon, are we doing Instagram this morning?
Yeah, I did. I sent it to you. I sent it to your email.
Okay. So let's get that up and rocking because I know we got a couple of regulars there. So
Yeah,
let's do it.
appreciate y'all.
All right. And while I'm doing that, y'all say good morning.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Glad y'all for y'all being here. Who do we have in the chat already? Y'all let us know.
Let's see here. It says it looks invalid. Let's see. Copy. And let's do it again. Paste. All right.
Good
For
to
some
go.
reason, yeah, I sent it. It just kind of said it looked invalid, but I don't know what that was about.
No, it's going good. It just came up live, so we'll go in
There we go. All
three,
right, then
two.
let's make it happen. Good morning, Miss Brenda. She says, "Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. I got my grandbabies here for the summer. Oh, they
Okay.
arrived this morning at 3:45 a.m. Ooh, for the summer?
Yeah,
Wow.
all summer. Wow.
The whole summer?" And then Big Bro Mike says, "Good morning. Oh, Miss Brenda, for the whole summer. Good grandma and good parents. They lend them away. Y'all, this bird is right there on the window. What is happening?" All right.
Well, welcome everybody. And this is what day 136,
Mhm.
136th day of the End of Season podcast. Congratulations um, to the End of Season podcast for just being so resilient. No matter what, we still come here every single morning at 7 a.m. to deliver the best motivations for success that I think are out there. So welcome. If you haven't been, if this is your first time, or if you've been here the whole time, um, you're gonna have a good time. Why? Because we're going through Dennis Kimbro's daily motivations for African American success. If you're here, you're in for a treat because every single day we read a passage from the book, read a quote from the book, and then read an affirmation from the book and discuss the insights and whatever we see in and how it applies to our everyday life. So if you haven't gotten the book, please go out and do that. Support Dennis Kimbro. This is what the book looks like. It's Daily Motivations, again, for African American success. This book will help you focus on the thoughts, attitudes, and deeds that will lead to the achievement of your true goals. In 365 short but powerful motivations, one for each day of the year, Dennis Kimbro, the author of the popular Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice, leads us to discover how to use the present moment and our own gifts to transcend labels, cultivate a positive attitude, become wise enough to know when to say yes and when to say no, and to look inward for answers to life's challenges. So each motivation begins with words of wisdom from such distinguished and celebrated African Americans as Malcolm X, Marion Wright Edelman, Whoopi Goldberg, Charlene Hunter Galt, Bill Cosby, Carl Rowan, Mother Hale, Reverend Leon Sullivan, and hundreds of others. This treasure trove of practical will give you fresh encouragement every day of the year. But what it teaches will last you a lifetime. So every one of these shows give you a lesson that you can apply for the rest of your life. And this book has been a friend of ours. It has been a confidant. It has been an advisor. It has been a motivator, encourager, and something that not only affirmed um, our present, our future, but also affirms our past and reminds us of just how much we've done as a people, right? And shows the significance by highlighting these distinguished people that are just like us, that came from the same means, the same places, the same spaces, the same experience, some of the same things, whether it be good or bad. So we are to see ourselves in this book, and find this book in ourselves. So I'm grateful to be able to do this. Mom, I know you yesterday you asked if I wanted to pre-record it, but I absolutely love waking up and doing this. I actually kept waking up this morning because I was just excited to do it. You know, kept looking at the clock. Okay, like it's almost time. It's almost time. So thank y'all for doing this, Mom. Thank you for hosting and doing everything that you do.
Welcome.
Yeah,
Good morning, KL. He says perfect timing. Any comments to start on Instagram before we jump in it?
not yet, not yet. I think we can just go ahead and jump in.
All right.
You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. So today is the 15th of June, and our title is Be Sure to Take Your Vitamins. Be sure to take your vitamins. And the quote today comes from Paul Lawrence Dunbar, who's a writer and a poet, who says, "The mind is the standard of the man. The mind is the standard of the man." We're aware of the process by which the body obtains vitamins through food and water to maintain sound health. To eliminate a vitamin deficiency, you choose food for your diet that contains the necessary vitamins. Through nature's cyclical miracles, the body absorbs vitamins and distributes nutrients to vital organs. Vitamin A, for example, protects skin and hair. The B complex develops stamina. Vitamin C wards off disease. Vitamin D builds strong bones. And vitamin K enhances eyesight. These vitamins act within and on the body, keeping us healthy and fit and able to act. But have you heard of vitamin I? Vitamin I develops inspiration. To correct a vitamin I deficiency, you can purposefully select beneficial external influences to help you achieve the motivation you're seeking. Vitamin I can be absorbed from numerous sources, a few of which are And I Still Rise by Maya Angelou, A Raisin in the Sun by Lorraine Hansberry, Up from Slavery by Booker T. Washington, Succeeding Against the Odds by John Johnson, Live Your Dreams by Les Brown, Green Power by Arthur G. Gaston, and the Bible. Whereas natural vitamins must be taken on a regular basis for a fit body, vitamin I must be absorbed daily for a healthy and productive mind. Therefore, be sure to take your daily supply of vitamin I. And the affirmation that we read 3 times, one time for you, one time for me, and one time for the person that you're going to invite here tomorrow, is feed your mind the nourishing thoughts, just as you feed your body with nourishing food. Feed your mind with nourishing thoughts, just as you feed your body with nourishing food. And last time for this section, feed your mind with nourishing thoughts just as you feed your body with nourishing food. Title today, be sure to take your vitamins, especially vitamin I. What do you think, Mom?
Simple. It's what we say every day. It's all about you.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to do this daily. You have to feed your mind. You have to be positive, right? I love it. I've never heard it put like this, vitamin I. Never heard it put like this. I don't know if you have. You guys drop a comment out there. But have you heard of vitamin I? Vitamin I develops inspiration to correct a vitamin I deficiency. So, do you have a vitamin I deficiency? You can purposefully, it says, select beneficial external influences to help you achieve the motivation you are seeking. Are you seeking the motivation? Because you're purposefully selecting beneficial external influences. It's just what kind? Which ones are you selecting purposefully? Is it the negative ones, right? Are you fearful? Like, are you in the past? Are you so ahead of the future that you don't know what to do to make the future what you want it to be? So I like this one, Brandon. Be sure to take your vitamin I daily, daily. Because I don't, I think the other vitamins won't successfully work if the vitamin I is not together, is not first and center, right? So I like this one, and it's I don't know what more to add to it, because we talk about this so much about being positive, having goals, knowing what success means to you. Vitamin I is just knowing about you, who you are, what to feed yourself, what to do, knowing when to say yes and when to say no, establishing the foundation of your character. That's what it is, scratching and keeping on scratching. It's all these things that we've been talking about. The economy within you, extra, extra, read all about it. Stretch marks. It's all about you. So, is there a deficiency? If so, what is it? What will you do about it? Um, do you have the power? Do you have the power to select the beneficial external influences that will empower you? And the affirmation, I mean, I'm just going to not even go there, Brandon, because, Miss Brenda and I still waiting on our breakfast meal,
Monday.
right?
Yeah, we eat that Monday.
Okay. So, but I'm saying that to say we are, even we are here. There's some of us on here that may have the, because I know for me, like I feel like the vitamin I part I have as it relates to the affirmation, feed your mind with nourishing thoughts, just as you feed your body with nourishing food. That's I need to do better. And I think when we blend, when we have successfully conquered both, life is I can't even imagine what it will be like when I start to really, really feed my body better. And and add it to the ingredients that I've already incorporated for thoughts and being positive. So I can only imagine. So, and I think sometimes it happens that way, Brandon. You have some people who master the art of eating better first, and while they work on being more intentional about the mindset and the thoughts and the attitudes and things like that, and then vice versa. You have some who conquer that part first, but it's a mind, body, spirit, soul journey, right? So over to you.
Thanks, Mom. I appreciate that, and I agree. I think this is a simple to the point, but also very rich with in its concept. and its applicability. So I think both the natural vitamins for the body and the vitamins for the that we say for the mind go hand in hand. They almost optimize one another, because if your body's not in a good state, meaning you give it substandard food, then you're not able to think properly, right? You're not able to. You don't have the cognitive function, the memory, the um, your subconscious, right? Your glands might be calcified. Your pineal gland, right, could be calcified, meaning there's calcium stuck and crusted over this beautiful place in your brain that has these spiritual experiences, right? If you don't eat well, that can become calcified. But your intuition, your the things, the things that are beyond the physical, and your perception of those things could be calcified. Your thyroids, and your hypothyroids that produce the neurotransmitters and the hormones for your body. If you eat wrong and eat bad things, uh, men can produce a lot of estrogen. Um, Women can produce wacky levels of progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, everything in your body, specifically like your organs, your uh, all your glands and things like that. Your endocrine system will all be out of whack, which impact how you, not only how you feel but how you act. Right?
Mm.
It impacts how frustrated you are, whether you have a cloudy mind, right? Whether you can focus, right? So you have to do these things in tandem. You know, how far can you walk with a dead leg, right? So you have the vitamin, the body vitamins. Yeah, you're good. You're just walking, but you still got the dead leg on the vitamin I. Or you can focus all on the vitamin I and then have a nutritional deficiency, and you can't even you can't bring yourself to concentrate. You can't bring yourself to you're not putting yourself in position for success, and you shorten your life because your body is created incredibly. Imagine putting, and this is just a shout out to God, you know, and His glory, the fact that, imagine if we created something like a car, right? It's got an engine, it's got, all you got windshield wiper fluid and radiator fluid and all these things that go in it. Boy, I promise you, if you put oil in the radiator, where radiator fluid is supposed to go, or if you put some bad gas inside of it, that car is gonna break down on you pretty instantaneously. But look at these amazing creations that God has made in you and I. We can just put fried food in it all the time. How many times a week do you eat fried food? If you don't exercise, and I mean exercise, you shouldn't even touch fried food. That's the truth. You're killing yourself. If you don't exercise, and I mean pretty regularly, you shouldn't touch fried food. And that's just the way it is, whether you like it or not. But imagine, what you're doing and how often we put bad food into our bodies and expect to go do great things. You are what you eat. Have we ever heard that? You are what you eat. I think there's a lot that goes into that. But God has created you and recreated you. And He recreated me just now. And now I've been recreated again just now. God is constantly recreating every single moment. You're in a constant state of being created by your Lord. And with that comes the efficiency of, you can eat some bad stuff. You're not going to die instantly. You're not going to instantly malfunction, because your body is created by the most intelligent uh, thing in the world that created everything, right? So you get chance after chance after chance after chance, but there are diminishing returns. You keep on putting bad fuel inside of your body, it might not break down instantly like a car, but boy, will it break down. And will it break down in a way that in many cases can be beyond repair? Now you have instances and situations like my uncle Mike, who has lost over 170, and I'm sure I'm late to this now. It might even be more, but over 170 pounds, right? And that's the physical side. But I know he's also working on the mind state and helping others to do the same. So it gets contagious, guys. People start asking, "What are you doing?" And that's just on the physical side. They see those results. Now the mental side, they feel those results. They can sense it in the way you walk, the way you talk. Successes will seem to come to you more effortlessly. I'm not saying you don't have to put intention and effort behind it, but just the path is smoother because you are more aware and more prepared for the day. Now, the vitamin I like that. I like that way of putting it. How are you feeding the vitamin I? And it gave some great books from Booker T. Washington, so on and so forth.
Mhm.
Raisin in the Sun. What was the other ones that were mentioned there? Up from Slavery. Yeah, Booker T. Washington, Raisin in the Sun. The Great
Is
Big
green
Odd.
power about food?
I don't know. I
I'm a
think it's about farming. I don't know. For some reason, I think that's about farming. Let me see. I'll look it up
okay.
really quick.
Okay.
Um,
And Brandon, while
but
you're
what
doing that, I was going to say, sometimes the food we select, food becomes our vitamins, our medicine. We comfort eat, right? We eat to feel better. It becomes a crutch for us. So I mean, I know Miss Brenda and I are planning to just start with breakfast. Where I am, I'm going to start with breakfast because I'm going to keep it real. I've been eating what I've been eating all my life, and it's going to be hard to do it. But I'm at a stage where I'm ready to tackle it because I want to be healthy. I want to be here for Brandon, for my for the grandkids. I want to be here, and I want to be healthy. I'm going to have to be healthy and some more to keep up with the brat babies upstairs. I'm going to have to be on it, and for me as well. So just be mindful and think about today. I guess what are you purposefully selecting, and are they beneficial? What external influences are you selecting, and how are they influencing you? What are they doing for you? So, did you find out what green
I
power
did,
is?
I did. So Green Power, it's a different one that I was looking at, but this one's by A.G. Gaston. It says Green Power: The Successful Way of A.G. Gaston, who was um, a man who became one of the greatest entrepreneurs of the 20th century. Um, and his is the classic story of the American dream. So he achieved great things coming from low, I got not lowly means, but just very humble means, and the challenging circumstances that he faced coming up in the hope crushing segregation of the Jim
Okay.
Crow South. So that's
Okay.
a inspirational story about entrepreneurship and success and how he did it. It looks like, but
Okay. The way it's worded, you would think it's about food, especially with with the discussion for today.
I know this. This must be a mistake. This must be a mistake. It says that the hardcover is cost $6,971 on Amazon. That can't be right.
Don't know.
That
But
can't
yeah,
be
those
right.
are some good
No, I mean
books.
I don't have that's crazy. $6,971 for Green Power. They might not want y'all to have that. Get the Cliff Notes. But that might be just on a that blew me away. But anyway, guys, about this vitamin I. What are you doing every day? And we're in a sense we're kind of preaching to the choir here because you guys wake up every morning and attend this podcast seeking motivation, inspiration, affirmation, encouragement, seeking knowledge, seeking perspective, and also seeking community, the common unity of pursuing success with others, right? Sometimes it's easy when you have a flock to be protected from the wolves, but when you're out there by yourself, you might be in danger or have more probability of being attacked. So coming here every day, I think
Mhm.
is a protection for us. You know, it's a protection for our psyche. It keeps us motivated, intrigued, and stimulated in a way that maybe we don't get in other places. So I appreciate everybody being here and giving me the ability to be here and gain the same thing. But what are you doing? Are you reading books? Are you praying? Are you meditating? Are you taking walks? You know, are you going out into nature? Are you reconnecting with the natural world? Are you reconnecting with your Lord? Are you what are you doing to add fuel to your fire? Right? What are you doing? When do you fill up the gas with vitamin I? Where do you go get your, I won't say prescription, but your supplement? That's a good
Mhm.
question. Find a place, find a time, find a space. It could be a morning routine like you have here with this show. It could be a bedtime routine that you have with prayer, meditation, and reading a book, you know, turning off the TVs and the devices. You know, what is it that you can create in your life as a staple, as something habitual, some type of personal ritual that you do that feeds your mind? Find it, you know,
Mhm.
do it, and let us know how it goes. And that's all that I have, Mom. That's all that I have. What are you doing for your vitamin I?
So I'll leave this. I'm going to go to this last paragraph. Whereas natural vitamins must be taken on a regular basis for a fit body, vitamin I must be absorbed daily. Notice there it doesn't say taken, must be absorbed daily for a healthy and productive mind. Therefore, be sure to take your daily supply of vitamin I. I came across this since it broke it down into vitamin A, for example, protects the skin and hair. So here's some suggestions for vitamin A, B, C, and D as it relates to vitamin I. Vitamin A, action. Vitamin A, action. You all have, some of you have been here every day. Are you taking action? Are you taking the time to contemplate more about the food you are getting here today? Are you absorbing it? Vitamin B, belief. Do you believe? Do you have faith in the seed God has planted inside of you? Do you have faith in the I, in yourself? Vitamin C, confidence. No description needed there. Vitamin C, confidence. And vitamin D, discipline. Discipline is probably one of the most important of those. Why? Because you can act, but if you're not disciplined in acting consistently, daily, every day, every day, and that's what it says here. You must take the daily supply of vitamin daily. Absorb it. I'm sorry. You must absorb it. So discipline, because a lot of you have the seeds and you will plant them every now and then. You got a little belief. You pumped up. Somebody has said something, did something to you. I don't know. You feel like you're in a different season. Confidence a little high today, but then tomorrow comes. Just like I said yesterday, for whatever reason, I woke up different, feeling different, but I didn't stay there. I didn't
Mm.
stay there. Why? Because I'm A, B, C, D, I. Action, belief, confidence, discipline, I. Right? So that's all I have, Brandon. Thank you, guys. Um, I do want to say I'm looking at a Sunday in July, where we will all come together for a real barbecue. You don't have to bring a thing, just bring yourself and your book. Maybe you do have to bring the book, period. That's your interest to a good barbecue.
Wouldn't it be cool if we didn't read it that morning but read it at the barbecue?
Yeah, it would be cool.
That'd be
A
cool.
round table, round table. Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good. Well, hopefully we'll be able to get that set up, y'all. Let us know if you have any thoughts or suggestions on what that barbecue should look like. right? You guys have any good ideas, any icebreakers, any games, right? Let's make it a good time, right? Let's make it a good time. Well, that's it that we have today.
Brent,
Do you have
do
anything
you
else,
have any
Mom?
comments from Instagram? Because if not, I'll read
Go
these
back and
briefly here.
see.
Nether Brown
You
says,
go ahead.
you got Net. I was going. I'm sorry. I thought you were going to check, and I would do this while you were doing that. Nether Brown KL says the mind is the standard of the man. Um, he says I have not, but I'm not sure what you're speaking about there. Auntie Richetta says good morning. Auntie taking hers now. Love you. KL says I don't know what Brandon majored in, but he should be a doctor. Brandon, he said, or should be a doctor.
Oh, yeah.
KL says that's why all my people are big boned, that fried food. KL. And then Mike says, you're right. If you don't exercise on a regular basis, you should not eat fried foods. KL again says, that's still crazy to me. 170 pounds weight. And he's talking about the Mike, that Mike was able to lose so many pounds. And he, did it through mind, body, and soul, you guys, eating, changing his eating habits, and so much more. Auntie Richetta says, good morning, family. Latasha is listening with her mother. Good morning, Tasha. Thank you. And then she says, Latasha Arnold is eating better because I also want to live for my life and Tyson's grandbaby. Um, all right. I think that's Mike says I was over 300 pounds at one time. It's crazy, but it's not impossible to change your body with discipline, determination, and focus. I used to be an athlete, and now I can honestly say that I'm once again. I started my walking. Now I run at least 3 miles or more every time I jog. So he started out with walking, but now he jogs three
I, I
miles
was I was about to say that too. Like Mike started with one step. It's one step at a time. If you guys really want to change your life, and I tell people this all the time. Physically and mentally, if you really want to change, then get out of your seat and start walking. Get up in the morning and go find you some sun and some fresh air and walk. And I don't mean walk. I mean, you can just stroll, but walk like you got somewhere to go. Humans over the last 2 million years have been hunter gatherers, meaning, and to gather something, to gather, you know, vegetables, herbs, and things that you need for cooking, you got to walk around. You got to move. And a lot of us sit down, just like we're sitting down now for the majority of the day. A lot of us lay down for the majority of the day. We're sitting down at home. We're sitting down in our cars. We're sitting down when we go out to eat. We're sitting down here. We're sitting down there. But do you have an active lifestyle? And if you don't, you know a great way to start it? So a lot of people are afraid to hit the gym. But the best way to start is to start walking. And once you walk, pick up the pace. This week, walk at a certain pace. Next week, pick up the pace. Week after that, pick up the pace. And pretty soon you'll be jogging. And pretty soon you'll be addicted to it. Your body releases endorphins, feel good hormones, serotonin, dopamine. So you not only make your body better, but you feel better. You're happier. Your disposition is better. Your skin starts to clear up. Ain't that right, Uncle Mike? Uncle Mike is a whole 2, 3 shades lighter, y'all. I'm serious. It just looks like he's glowing. His face is filled with light. Why? Because he's outside. The light's coming in. You can absorb vitamin D through the sun just by going outside. And what in the wintertime, why do people get depressed? Because they have a lack of vitamin D. There's less sunlight. It gets dark at what, 9 p.m. in the summertime? And in the wintertime, it gets dark at what time? 5:30. So we're missing hours of sunlight, both in our eyes and on our skin, and we get depressed. There are people that put up vitamin D lights in their home just so they can feel better and not be depressed. So if vitamin D and the sun affect you that much, why aren't you out there? What are you doing? But you say you want success. You say you want good health. If the sun wasn't there, nothing would be alive. Nothing. So get out there, get you some sun, get your feet moving, start walking. Use it or lose it. All right? That's it. Go walk, go run. That's all. That's I think that's probably the best thing I've said all day is y'all get off your butt and go walk. Stop being lazy with yourself. Even if you go lift them weights ain't gonna do as much for you as you getting out and walking and running. That will do more for the systems of your body, for your metabolism, for your cardiovascular system, for your blood flow, for your ability, for your heartbeat, for your cognitive thinking, right? For your stress levels. Walking. Somebody promised me that you're gonna start walking in the chat. Can somebody do that? I just need one person to promise me that you're gonna start walking every day, every other day at least. Can anybody do it? I'm gonna look at the chat before we get up out of here. Can anybody start walking? You? Okay, you on mute, Mama. Are you there? Okay.
Yeah, they got two brat babies over here. They can't wait no more. They're ready for
Oh,
pancakes and turkey
go
sausage.
go ahead. Go ahead. Put them some eggs in there too.
Yeah, of course, you got to have the eggs with it. And Dolly
Yeah.
has a request in for, she says, a heart pancake, Grandma.
Oh, heart cake. Well, all right. Well, we're gonna let Mom get to the grandbabies. We love y'all very much. Thank y'all for being here. We're about 37 minutes in. Not bad. It did a nice one
Yeah.
this morning. It didn't keep y'all too long. But again, get the book Daily Motivations for African American Success. Uh, tell the kids I said hey, and I can't wait to see them again. But it has been good and quiet over here. Uh,
He's so
man,
they're so wonderful. He just came in. Grandma, excuse me, Grandma, I'd like to go use the restroom.
they're so polite, ain't they? So polite. Well, y'all, this day was be sure to take your vitamins. And Paul Lawrence Dunbar, the writer and poet, gave us our quote of the day. And he said, the mind is the standard of the man. The mind is the standard of the man. And after a brief passage where we went through how the body processes vitamins, vital for your organs, um, we learned about vitamin I and how you develop vitamin I and how you absorb it through and through positive things and through adding things to your mind. Um, and at the end, we came to the affirmation that we read 3 times, one time for me, one time for you, and one time for the person you're going to invite to the barbecue in July. Is feed your mind with nourishing thoughts, just as you feed your body with nourishing food. Feed your mind with nourishing thoughts, just as you feed your body with nourishing food. And last time, feed your mind with nourishing thoughts, just as you feed your body with nourishing food. That's all I have for you. Auntie Cheddar, Mike, Brenda, KL, y'all go out there and walk. Keep walking. If you can't walk, crawl till you can walk, and walk until you can jog. Jog until you can run. Right? And watch your success fly to you. That's all we got for today. We'll see y'all here tomorrow, same time, same place on the End of Season podcast. Like and subscribe and turn on notifications on YouTube so that you are notified about this. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Take care. Anything else, Mom?